to Now You Know. That's right, the new segment is here where I'm gonna answer some questions that you guys have left me over the last few days. The first question was left to me on my Facebook page, and we're gonna do one or maybe two questions every segment that I try to film for these. First question that we got was asking about Carolina rigs and how to fish Carolina rigs. So first off, Carolina rig, how do we fish it? Where do we fish it? Carolina rig is basically like a Lindy rig up here in the north for trolling for walleyes. Your traditional rig, which is a sinker on your main line with a bead, and then you have a swivel which goes down to a leader, and on the end of your leader is the hook and whatever lure you're going to use. Now that's the traditional way to set one of those up. You're basically, like I said, with a Lindy rig, you're kind of hopping along the bottom, so you're kind of dragging it, kind of just pulling it. You're not really working it too much. It's more of a subtle kind of a presentation. So you're just kind of dragging it along and then just kind of popping it every now and then. You're gonna drag it over rocks, you're gonna drag it over you know, weed flats, thin weed flats, not like really thick weed flats. You're not gonna be able to do that. My setup that I use, being that I fish from a kayak, if I can multi-purpose the use of a rod, because, you know, yeah, I can bring a bunch of rods with me, but I don't like to bring a lot of rods with me if I don't have to. So what I do instead is a non-traditional way, and I use bobber stops, and I don't use a leader, and I don't use a swivel, which is fine. You don't need to use a swivel. I've used quite a few of these bobber stops already. What I'm gonna do is just feed this through and then grab the bobber stop and pull it through. Okay, now the bobber stop is on the line. See that? Okay, now we're gonna take our selected weight, whatever weight we want to use. There we go. Okay, we got one rubber stop, one bullet weight. Now we're gonna put another bobber stop on, just like that. One in the front, and one in the back. What that allows me to do with these rubber bobber stops is I can slide this all the way down, and now I can Texas rig with the same rod that I can Carolina rig with. Take a look at this clip from last season, on me fishing this exact same setup. So I'm running this 10-inch worm on a big 7/0 worm hook. And what I do is I run two bobber stoppers, is I can slide this down in Carolina rig. So that's pretty much it. I don't like to throw this on a really heavy rod. I like something with a really fast tip on it. I like a lighter weight rod. I like a little bend in it, a little give. So I use a medium action or a medium power fast action rod. And then for a reel, you don't need you can use whatever reel you want to use. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever reel you want. Don't worry about speed. Just pick out a reel and use it, because like I said, you're dragging this along the bottom. There's no, you know, there's no retrieving of it really fast or anything. If you're gonna multi-purpose set this up, since I use Texas rig and I do a lot of flipping too in lighter cover with this rod, I'll put a faster gear ratio reel on here. Something like a, you know, a 7 all the way up to 8 1-to-1, you know, just in that range, a faster reel. And the reason that I use straight braided line is because most of the lakes up here are full of scum. They're dirty, they're murky. A leader is not going to make a difference when the lakes are like that. I've never had a problem with the fish seeing my line I've got many fish doing this exact method of this exact setup. Give it a try. I hope you guys like this new segment. Thank you very much again for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys on the next one. And remember to always stay classy.